Denver, Colorado. Weighing in at Little Homie, Don.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one.
Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. We know you got our back, and we got your back too, man. Denver, Colorado all day, brother. We're definitely going to hook up with you. Much love to Carnival Spirits for putting us on as well on this YouTube, man.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos, for, what is this episode, like 126 or something like that?
Yes, sir.
You've been putting in work, bro. Respect. Y'all doing some shit for the community and the fam out there. Appreciate it. So just keep doing what y'all doing, you know what I mean?
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos, and fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
You know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Everyone, Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits. What's up, man? Don Chaos. What's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch Hung. We out here tonight. Let's go.
Fuego Flays and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here. It's my boy. Excuse the laugh. Excuse the laugh.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Podcast/radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everyone? How is everyone on this lovely Thursday evening? Hopefully y'all are doing good. Of course, we are live. You know, this is the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 181, y'all. 181. Going strong for 5 years. 5 years, y'all. And we're still going strong. Hopefully everyone's doing good. It's definitely going to be a very great episode tonight, just like every other week, you know. Of course, make sure you guys are sharing this all over social media. Make sure you are using the official Don Chaos, Cult of Chaos emojis in the chat. And I'm excited for our guest tonight, because, you know, our guest, this guy, he's in a band, and he's a videographer for music videos. You know, he's been doing some music videos for some artists that y'all know and love. He has his own show as well, to where he interviews people. Maybe someday your boy might be as a guest on that show. Who knows? Of course, tonight we are joined by the one and only King Zabb. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, he has his own show on YouTube called The Zabb Show. So make sure you guys go peep it out. Again, our guest tonight is King Zabb. Go check out his show on YouTube. It's a very good show. You know, he's had a who's who of interviews on there. You know, he's had the bro Dot Strife on there, Devereaux, as well as some other phenomenal great acts. He's also in a band, like I said. He recently actually played The Gathering this year. What is up, Nobody Man? Of course, make sure you guys are subscribing, sharing this all over social media. Make sure you're using the official Don Chaos emojis. And yeah, make sure you keep the links in the description of this stream for our guests. There's links to their socials down below, as well as his web store where you guys can pick up some stuff. And yeah, also make sure you guys go pick yourself up some Carnival Spirits and Don Chaos drip at Store Frontier. Carnival Spirits, House of Horrors. Make sure you go pick yourself up some Don Chaos Carnival Spirits drip. Again, send me pictures, y'all, if you guys order anything, and I will make a video slideshow. So that is the official store to where you can get your Don Chaos drip, as well as Carnival Spirits drip. There's links to that down below, as well as links to all your boys' social medias. And especially our guests' social medias are down below. If you guys are just so happy to tuning into this live, what up? If you're just watching the replay, what up? Also, there's links down below to the official Hours of Chaos podcast playlist, to where you can watch past episodes of the Hours of Chaos podcast, including this current episode that is live right now. So without further ado, let's get into some topics, and then let's go ahead and bring our guests on. As you guys may not be able to tell, but if you look past me where I'm pointing, the studio here is getting set up. So eventually, hopefully by soon, I will have my mic set up as well as my headset, so when I do my show. So yeah, let's get into some topics. Of course, to promote, you know, this is what the Hours of Chaos podcast is. We promote. This is like a podcast that's slowly dedicated to the underground, as well as the Juggalo world, as well as just anything in general that we want to talk about. But this is slowly dedicated to the underground, the Juggalo scene, the culture that we know and love. So first and foremost, make sure you check out the homies team NUJ live this Saturday for their Wicked Weekly web show series. Make sure you tune into that. Again, shout outs to Team MUJ, Midwest United Juggalos, who had their podcast live at the Gathering, as well as the Beastmaster show, as well as Deck One Dealt. And yeah, tune into the Wicked Weekly web show this Saturday. Also, the full Gore Fest lineup has been announced. So there's the full lineup for you guys. Hopefully I can make it to Gorefest. Probably not going to be able to. Because for one, as you guys know, I'm currently living in Florida right now. I just moved here from Colorado to Florida. And I don't still have a Florida State ID. So if I had a Florida State ID, it would be free. Maybe I can still go and just still pay for 3 full days. But I don't know yet. But for those who are going to Gorefest, if you are traveling from out of town and you're going to Gorefest, as long as you have your out-of-state ID or a military ID, you get in the event for absolutely free. This is the 16th annual Gorefest. You know, Gorefest has been going on for 16 years already. It's hard to believe it's been going on for that long. Dope lineup. You know, we have quite a bunch of good headliners. You know, Twisted Insane is headlining one night. Light is headlining one night, as well as Lex the Hexmaster is headlining one night. Yeah, if you guys have never been to a Gorefest, I recommend you guys go to one. It's very dope. It's going on strong for 16 years. You know, it's the event that Scum and LSP, they put on, and usually everyone on LSP performs all 3 nights. Another event that you guys can look forward to is, you know, Crust Gang, the homie Tubo Boots is putting on an event, and it's a charity event festival. It's titled Boot Camp, and it's in North Iowa at the Event Center in Mason City, Iowa, and it is May 22nd and 28th, and it's camping, music, carnival, and more. And again, this is a music festival that the homie Two Boots, an event that he's going to try doing for an annual. It's to support vets and whatnot. And it has live music. It has a pertain to all different types of live music. And then there's going to be the occasional headliners as well as up-and-coming acts. So who knows? If I start planning ahead of time, I might definitely try to make it out to this event and maybe even host one of the nights, possibly. Who knows? If you guys would like to see Don Chaos host one of the nights at Boot Camp, the first annual Boot Camp 2023, give me a hell yeah. Also, the homie Shaggy 2 Dope is doing a show with Trey Pounds at the Swarm in Columbus, Ohio, September 23rd. So if you guys are in Ohio or in the Columbus area, it's definitely a show you don't want to miss. It looks like Shaggy is doing a lot of like solo shows lately, like here and there. You know, he's doing this, he's doing Lethal Weekend, which is dope. I have a feeling, this is just purely speculation, but I have a feeling we're getting a new Shaggy 2 Dope solo album on the horizon. I hope so. Also, make sure you guys go check out the newest episode of the Palcast with special guest, Chapter 17's latest signing, the one and only Hex. Go keep out that episode. It is on YouTube right now, and it was at the gathering. Of course, the homie Shaggy and Keegan interviewed the homie Lex, so go peep it out. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and send the link to our guests, and I'm going to go ahead and bring our guests on. I'm really excited. Again, we are having King Zabb. I'm very excited to have him on the show because this guy Again, has his own show, the Zabb Show. He does videography, stuff for music videos. He's in a band, in a group. So, and we're gonna go have him come on, and he's gonna give into this little brief history, and then you guys know how we do. We ask questions. And what makes this episode and just this podcast in general, and I think why a lot of people enjoy coming on the show, is it's a laid back, chill podcast. It's like talking to homies and friends. It's like a chill back session. We're not like those interviewers where they pressure and ask pressure type questions. We don't do that here. This ain't no Juggalo TMZ. Just saying. So yeah, let me go ahead and send the link to our guests. All right, y'all, the link has been sent to our guests. Wow, 10 people. I know tuning in. I know you guys can do better than that. Of course, we are live all over social media. We are live on Don Chaos Official YouTube, Carnival Spirits Official YouTube, Don Chaos Official Facebook, Don Chaos Official Instagram, and Carnival Spirits Official Facebook. Not Instagram, but Don Chaos Official Twitch and Carnival Spirits Official Twitch. So make sure you guys are sharing this everywhere live. Don't act like y'all ain't got nothing else better to do on a Thursday night. You really don't. Don't act like you do. Aw, shit, y'all. There's our guest waiting in the room. So let's give him the proper introduction like we do our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you guys the 666 champion of the world. Please welcome King Zabb.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Don. Dude, I'm hyped to be here, man. Dude, you've had all the homies on the show, and they always tell me I gotta make it to the hours of chaos, bro. And I'm here, dude. We did it.
History
in the making. I also got my soundboard here, so we got.
Hell yeah.
How you been, bro?
I'm good. How about you?
Dude, pretty good. Dude, I'm hyped for all those events that you announced earlier. I want to go to all of them. I feel like I got to fly out and see something, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, Gorefest looking crazy, so I got to support the
homies
homies somehow.
For years.
Yeah. I've never been, but it's not too far away from where I'm at in LA to get out to Denver there, so something I've been considering, yeah.
Well, like I said, if you're traveling from out of state, you can get it for free.
Right, yeah. I didn't know that, so that's sick. Dude, shout out to that C17 bucket hat you got, bro.
Thank you. Because gotta represent.
Oh, there you go. Dude, me and Hex were talking about those the other day, bro. I don't look good in a bucket hat, but that shit's fire, bro.
Hell yeah. So I guess what we'll do when we ask our guests, just give a brief introduction of yourself, who you are, where you're from, and then we'll ask questions.
Yeah, man. I am King Zabb. I'm your 666 champion of the world. We got it right here. People in the Juggalo world probably know me more from being a music video guy. I shoot for Hex. I shot a couple videos for Ouija. And I'm always pulling up and showing up in all of Strife's videos in the background one way or another. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. You did a good job earlier explaining everything that I've been doing. I got my own show on YouTube, The Zabb Show. And I play in a band called ScyTheGang666. We just did The Gathering on the Nightmare stage. But yeah, that's about it, man. I'm just hanging out, trying to have a good time. Just do dope shit, you know?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's an echo on your part.
An echo?
Yeah.
An echo? Let's see here.
Testing, testing.
Boom. How about now? Echo cancellation.
There we go.
Hey.
Perfect.
Dude, but
So,
yeah, I am happy to be here.
I guess we'll ask, like, how did you, like, get started? Like, and how did you, like, at first come up with your name, King Zabb?
Well, so my last name is Zabbarak. So a lot of my friends started calling me Zabb, and for a while I wasn't too comfortable with it because that's what they used to call my grandfather. But after a while, in the world of wrestling, I was a wrestling commentator with Strife, actually, back in the day. That side of my life, the wrestling side, just started calling me Zabb. So I kind of just accepted it, and that's how that happened. I threw on King Zabb because I'm a big Mark wrestling fan. I think about like King Harley Race or the Macho Man when he's the Macho King, and like all that stuff. A little bit of extra flair.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler, yeah. King Cuerno, King Ricochet, yeah. A lot of stuff like that. So, yeah, you're a wrestling fan too, which I'm hyped on, man.
Exactly, and that's something also I used to do. Is I used to do an indie wrestling company in Colorado back in the day.
Yeah, I heard you talking to Darby about that on one of your shows. I wanted to know more about that, but you're not in Colorado anymore.
Nope, I'm actually in Florida currently now.
What made you make the move?
Surprisingly, Colorado got just too expensive to live there, and I can actually afford to live in Florida. And the scenery here in Florida is just beautiful.
Oh. Yo, shout out to Shanzi in the comments. Thank you for the compliment on the fisheye.
Hell yeah.
You got a nice setup there, though, Don. I got to get some posters like you, man.
Oh, yeah. Like I tell people, next week I should be able to have my microphone and headset running.
Okay, yeah. You sound clear to me already, so.
And surprisingly, I'm just doing this on my phone.
Yeah, it looks good, dude. Very sick. Dude, I know how hard it is to make a show look good, so I got mad respect for you running your weekly stream too, dude. It's a lot to do by yourself.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing it for like 5 years by myself.
Yeah. Dude, congrats on 5 years, man.
Yep, and that's why this award really paid off.
Yeah, dude, that's badass. I saw the intro video where they unboxed it for you. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, people are telling me that that's a very good like intro to my show.
Dude, it is, man. Yeah, you got a bunch of guys shouting you out, dude. Yeah, a lot of people know about the show. So, yeah, like I said, I'm happy to be here, man. Dude, Strife's been telling me about you since the first time he came on the program. And, yeah, dude, he was just like, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. He's a good dude. He's my homie. You got to pull up. And so when you hit me up, I was like, all right, the world is telling me something. And here we are.
Well, like I tell people, you never know. You might see Don Chaos on the King Zabb show sometime.
Yeah. Dude, were you at the gathering?
Sadly, I couldn't make it this year because I had like so much bad finances and because I recently just moved down here to Florida.
Oh, was that recently you moved?
Yes, and because like with this job I was currently doing, like I couldn't get enough vacation time off.
I see. Yeah, dude, it's a commitment to plan that out, man. It's a whole vacation thing.
It is,
Like,
but I'm definitely going to go next year. And I've been like trying to tell everyone, if you want to see Don Chaos host one night at the Gathering, give me a hell yeah.
hell yeah. Dude, yeah, I hope to see that happen, man.
So what got you like wanting to like make music and stuff?
You know, what got me into wanting to make music, dude, I was a fan of, so before music, I was a big fan of pro wrestling. I think that's the first thing that I really became a fan of. And what I would do is and I'm sure you know this too, but they used to release CDs with all the entrance music for all the guys. And as a kid, I would buy those because it was like I knew the wrestlers and I wanted to just like listen to those theme songs, you know. And that's kind of what got me into music. And one of the albums they did called WWF Forcible Entry was like an entrance music thing, but they had like metal bands doing their versions of a lot of the songs. So like Disturbed did Stone Cold Steve Austin's song. Undertaker was coming out to Rollin' at the time by Limp Bizkit, and Rob Zombie was doing Edge's song. And that kind of got me into heavy metal. And once I found out, like, okay, these are real bands, you know, I wanted to play guitar and I wanted to like learn how to do that. And so I want to say probably when I was probably a middle schooler, 11 or 12 or something, I got a cheap guitar, started learning like Disturbed covers and stuff like that. And since then, it's just been a big part of my life. Yeah, just music in general.
Oh yeah, what actually got you into wrestling? Like, if you can remember, what's the first ever like thing that got you like hooked on wrestling that like grasped your attention? Like, one of the things I think that grasped my attention was Undertaker and of course Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah, there you go, dude. I was a little later than that. I don't know how old you are, but I was Razor Ramon was already done by the time I got into it. He was Scott Hall in WCW, but my mom used to watch during the Monday Night Wars when WCW Nitro was hot and Raw was hot. And I remember the first memory of wrestling I have was DDP, Diamond Dallas Page versus Goldberg for the WCW title. And Goldberg was at that time undefeated, right? And DDP reverses the jackhammer into a diamond cutter. And my mom's like yelling at the TV, and I'm thinking, oh shit, the streak is over. But he kicks out, he spears him, he does the thing, retains. But whatever year that match is like the earliest thing that I think I can remember watching live. Obviously, I've gone back WWE Network and YouTube and seen older stuff now, but that was the first thing I remember seeing live, on TV.
Yeah, I've been watching wrestling since I was about 2 or 3, and I'm 32 now.
There you go. Yeah, I'm about the same. So, I don't know. I like still keep up with wrestling. I still like pay attention to the news and like see what's kind of going on. I don't watch it live on TV every week like I used to, but it's just like been such a big part of my life that I think that's just something that's always going to be around for me, whether I'm like involved or not. But yeah, dude, what were you doing you said you had an indie promotion? Were you running it, or were you
I was actually a commentator, and I was a cameraman, and I was the senior official referee.
Oh, that's sick. I was never a ref, but I did commentary with Strife, and I'm a video guy, so I've shot a lot of wrestling too. But dude, that's tight. Is the company still around?
I think our YouTube channel's still up. I think it's called Midwest Extreme Championship Wrestling. I'll have to find it, and then I'll definitely send it to you, and you could like see footage of me when I was a referee, and then some of the wrestling footage was actually filmed by me, and then of course they cut out my commentary, which I don't know why, because my commentary was funny as hell.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, dude, I'd love to see that shit, man. Dude, I loved watching like YouTube and finding. I think YouTube kind of exposed me to wrestling outside of WWF at the time, because then I was finding like backyard wrestling, like hardcore wrestling. I found CZW and like Japanese wrestling and stuff through there. So, Dude, that's sick that you were involved with that, putting that on YouTube, man.
Yeah, and there's actually that's one of my favorite documentary series out right now is Dark Side of the Ring. It's a really good series.
Yeah, dude. Yep, dude, I've watched them all. Dude, I love that shit. Dude, I always have to find like a roundabout way to find them because I don't have Vice, the channel. So I always got to find it either a rip on YouTube or something. But yeah, dude, I love that show, man.
And have you actually what if you went to any wrestling events? What was the first ever wrestling event that you remember going to in person?
Dude, the first one, I know exactly which one I went to first. My dad got me tickets to WWF Raw in Tacoma, and so it was like a televised one. I don't think I'm on TV. I was high. I was always kind of like closer to the back at any of these shows, you know. But dude, it turned out to be one that was actually noteworthy, and it's the one during not the Monday Night Wars, but when WCW invaded WWF.
I remember that.
The invasion. Yeah, it was during that. And I was at the show where they had that WCW paper or main event where it was Buff Bagwell versus Booker T. I was at that show.
Oh,
nice. And I think that's the only time Buff had a match in WWF. I think, yeah. But yeah, so that was in, I don't know, it would have been after WrestleMania 17. So whatever year, 2001, 2002, something like that.
Yeah, probably around 2001.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the first wrestling show I went to, and since then I've been to a bunch house shows. Probably at this point I've been to more independent shows. I was working for a few companies up in Seattle. I live in LA now, but when I was living in Seattle, kind of like you were doing, is I was running video for some people, running audio for some other guys, and commentary. So it's racked up a lot of shows doing that, to the point where it was almost I got to step away and just purely be a fan for a second, which is kind of where I'm at now. I don't have any jobs in wrestling right now, which has actually been sick.
Yeah, everyone's been asking me since I live in Florida if I've been to the WWE Performance Center or any of the NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm only an hour away from Orlando. Where I live,
okay, nice.
I'm dead center in between Tampa and Orlando.
Okay, nice. Dude, yeah, I was on tour there in an old band of mine a few years ago, and they don't let you go inside, but I did take a picture in front of the Performance Center. You can go to the parking lot, and there's the big sign that's always on the network and stuff. So it's accessible, dude. Yeah, you should go check it out. It's cool. It's cool to say you went there.
Oh yeah. And who knows, I might even go drive to Orlando and just kick it with Devereaux. You never know.
That's right, dude. That's right. Dude, The Gathering was the first time I got to meet Dev in real life, which was nice.
Yeah,
and
he's a phenomenal producer.
Dude, he is, man. He is. Yeah, I was telling him, man. He's the part of the Illuminati, dude. Secretly just writing everything for everybody right now, Wild. Everyone's going to him for production, which is sick.
I know, and I've been telling him, bro, you're doing something good if people are going to you for production.
Yeah, dude, he's the go-to guy in this world, man. Yeah, shout out him. It was his birthday earlier this week. I don't know if he's watching or not, but happy birthday to Devereaux. Good dude.
It was also Jump Steady's birthday.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah. A lot of birthdays this month. When's your birthday?
Of course, it was my birthday as well.
Oh, it was. Oh, there you go. Happy birthday to you.
Yep. So, Dev, that way we go. Hell yeah.
So
and
sick,
another question we want to ask is if you can remember, what's the first song that grasped your attention that made you fall in love with music? Because we all had that music that we all grew up around. With me, with my family, it was a lot of classic rock and all that.
Sure. Oh man, that's a good question, dude. Dude, growing up, my mom was listening to a lot of 90s New Jack Swing type stuff. And for those who don't know what that is, that's Michael Jackson type beat. So Michael Jackson and shit that kind of is just vibes like that. But dude, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. So there's a lot of that. I still am. I don't know. It's kind of more that type of feel, 90s stuff. You know, I grew up in the 90s, so that's kind of what was hot. You know, and I was listening to that. Outside of wrestling, the first record I bought actually that wasn't a wrestling compilation entrance music thing was Riddlebox, and the reason I found them was through wrestling. And you got the poster right there.
And that's how I discovered them too. Like I was hearing about them on the news, but I was like a young kid. I couldn't put two and two together, and I seen them on wrestling, and I thought they were a wrestling tag team at first.
Right, dude, exactly, man. Yeah, and then I saw, I got a CD when they were with the Oddities, and then it had their entrance music, and I remember reading the booklet that comes with it, and it's like all the songs are written by Jim Johnston, who's the guy that wrote all the wrestling themes back then. But the Oddities theme song, I said it was written by Insane Clown Posse. So I was like, oh shit, they wrote their own entrance song. These wrestlers wrote their own song. And then I like looked into it. I was like, oh shit, they actually are musicians. And then I went to a record store after I found that out. And I don't know why I picked Riddlebox, but I just picked it out of the selection. I don't think it wasn't like the new one at the time necessarily, but yeah, I picked that up, and that was the first record I bought that wasn't straight wrestling entrances.
And that leads into our other question. Was that the first album you bought with your own money, or was it something else?
I think the first one I bought was probably a WWF CD. I don't know which one, but the first, real album was, Riddlebox. Yeah.
It's a classic album.
Dude, it is, man. Dude, back then I used to go to CD stores at the mall all the time, and you could like scan the like barcode or whatever, and it'd give you like a 30-second clip of some of the tracks, which I thought was like mind-blowing technology.
Yeah, they used to have that at local record stores in Denver where I used to live.
There you go. Yeah, dude, I kind of missed that, man. I kind of missed the experience. Same with like, renting movies and shit. I sound like an old person, but half the fun is going there and discovering it, sifting through the boxes and finding the CDs. Miss that shit.
Yeah, the days of Blockbuster.
Right. Yeah.
And then what are some of like your influences like as far as like playing guitar? If you had to pick.
Oh man. Well, so my band right now, Maisie, our guitar player, is the primary songwriter. I'm like the video guy and like content and photos and stuff like that. So influence wise, lately I don't really pick up my guitar and jam as much. I just kind of do our band and that's about it. But like when I was growing up, dude, for guitar stuff, I really liked hair metal, like 80s shred metal. I was just like anything extreme, I like crazy guitar solos. So dude, my favorite band is Winger, if you're familiar, 80s band, hair metal band. So their guitar player, Reb Beach, is a guy that I really, really enjoy. I also grew up listening to Ozzy in middle school. I think that might have been the first concert I went to, was an Ozfest.
Yeah, I'm really big into Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
There you go. Yeah. So I really like Zakk Wylde. But the funny thing is, I don't really listen to his band, Black Label Society, too much, but I love Ozzy and like the stuff that he did with Ozzy. So yeah, growing up, Zakk Wylde was definitely like my guy too. So yeah, I don't know, any 80s shred stuff, any guys that are like cool solo guitar players were kind of my influence, just writing and playing, practicing by myself. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, lately, I mean, in my band, I don't even play guitar. I play bass, which I'm more of a guitar player. But it's easy for me to just trust Maisie to write dope shit, and then I just like make videos for it, and we're good.
And what inspired you to want to start doing videography? Because you've done like video and stuff for music videos, and you like the way you capture angles. It's like phenomenal.
Thanks, man. I'm trying. It's still a learning process. I'm always trying to get better. But I think, how did I get started? I mean, I've always I've been playing in bands and playing music for a long time, and it was always like the struggle, sometimes to find a video person that you could trust that like understood your vision, because you're putting a lot of trust in somebody else to like create like kind of how you look, so it got to a point where I thought like, okay, well, maybe if I give this a go, I can kind of have more control over my own stuff. And I started practicing by shooting live concerts, so like easy, just like one camera, just make sure I'm getting like you said, just good angles. That's all it really needs to be. Graduated from that, started shooting pro wrestling, I think, which helped out me shooting that and the concerts helped out with like improvising shots, because I don't know where someone's going to go when they're playing live. I don't know which way they're running. Or wrestling, it's like I can kind of tell where the match is going, but you don't always know. And forget where my train of thought was going, but that was kind of how I started, and then started doing music videos for other people. And once I got comfortable enough with that, I started doing it for my own band, and now a lot of the guys that we know from the scene. So it's been a long
And how did you and your band like meet and hook up, basically?
Pretty much everyone knew each other from Seattle is kind of how it happened. So you kind of, the longer you do it, the less or the more you realize like who's really like built for it, and after working with a lot of different bands, I've been in a lot of projects that don't even get off the ground, right? Because like I can recognize it pretty early. It's like, okay, these guys aren't about it, which is fine. People have their own thing. But yeah, we all knew each other from Seattle, so we just had kind of similar goals and linked up, and I don't know, just tried to develop our skills and put something together where it was like completely DIY, which has done good for us, definitely.
Oh yeah, and how'd you come up with the name of this band?
Well, so Maisie, it's kind of a confusing story, but Maisie and our ex-vocalist wanted to do a scythe for the logo, which is cool, but it was kind of always like, why? From me, my question was like, okay, that's cool, but why? We don't have a name, whatever. The name ScyTheGang came up from our ex-vocalist wanted to do that. He's like, why don't we just call it ScyTheGang? I was like, okay, cool, but let's make it a little more aggressive. Let's make it a little more out of pocket. So we wanted to add 666 to it. I suggested we pronounce it 666, and then there we go. Does it have meaning?
You guys
No,
have been blowing up a lot. I
whatsoever.
really love what you guys have been putting out.
Thanks, man. Yeah, always trying to improve on everything, man. Visuals, audio, everything, man. So it's cool having the control over our own stuff and not really having to rely on other people. But definitely, it's a lot of time and a lot of effort. But I think it's working. I think it's been working. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to get you and Maisie on here sometime.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Maisie would love to come on, I'm sure. Yeah, Maisie's done some stuff in the scene too, man. Maisie produced a track for Ouija. She's done stuff for, that Strife and Darby O'Trill have a song coming out, or the song's already out. They have a video coming out tomorrow. We cameo in the video with Hex, but she produced that just on the other side of this wall here in her studio. And she's probably got a lot to talk about if you wanted to have her on. I'm sure she'd be hyped.
Oh yeah, and how did you actually link up with like Ouija, like doing videos for him and Hex, and how was that like, and how was that filming a music video with like Ouija and Violent J, a dude that you've listened to?
Dude, yeah, that was a pretty big deal for me, just as a fan too. But before that, I think, I'm not exactly sure. I think I'd been doing a lot of videos up in Seattle, which is where I was living at the time. And somehow Ouija had been seeing them, I think. And so when me and Maisie, we came out here to find a place to live, because we just couldn't, we were trying to move to LA and we were applying to places, apartments, houses, whatever, online. And it just wasn't working out. So me and Maisie were like, okay, let's pack our bags. Let's come out here for like 2 weeks. Let's like shake some hands, meet real people, and explain our situation. And while we did that, I texted Ouija. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm in LA. If you want to shoot something, I got my stuff. Let me know." And surprisingly, he was down, and we shot "Get a Life," which would have been almost a year ago now. But that was the first time I shot with Ouija, and Hex just pulled up as an extra. So that's where I met Hex. And since then, we ended up finding a place while we were down here for those couple weeks. And then once we finally really moved in was when I started shooting a little more frequently for them, which is cool. And then, so it's just kind of whenever Ouija needs somebody, because he's got other shooters too, there's a lot of great videographers out in LA. It's Hollywood. A lot of people doing this kind of stuff. So, I was really, really hyped that I got the call for the one with Jay because, like I was explaining earlier, like as a fan, pretty big deal for me. Professionally, it's a cool thing to do, have that on my resume. But and I was told him the same thing I'm about to tell you, dude. I was like nervous as fuck. Like,
that's how I was when I first met Jay and Shaggy. I was nervous, and then once I talked to them, they were just down to earth, mad, chill.
Yeah, bro. He was hella chill. It was like super easy, but in like on the inside, I was just like, oh man, this is like the first time I'm shooting someone that I'm like actually been a fan of for a long time. Because I've shot people that get like lots of views and like people that are, famous or whatever. But I like don't, it's like, not that I don't care, but like I'm not as much of like I feel like the stuff that I listened to when I was a kid is like what hits me, is like meeting the people from then. And he was one of those guys. So yeah, dude, that was a pretty stressful thing, like leading up to that. And then once you get to the shoot, it's like, okay, just business as usual. And video turned out cool. I'm happy with it. Ouija's happy with it. But yeah, I don't know. Every now and then it's cool to get like a opportunity like that. So shout out Ouija, man. Dude, Ouija, he's a good dude. He helps out a lot of guys around him. So
he does, and he appreciates everything people do. Him like when he like seen me at the gathering one year, he all pulled me to the side. He's like, "Bro, I appreciate everything you do for me and all the promo you do for me." He didn't have to do that for anyone else. He's like, "I greatly appreciate you." He's like, "If anyone tells you otherwise, fuck them."
Dude, yeah, that checks out, man. Yeah, it's just kind of the guy he is, just a very appreciative, good dude. You know what I mean? Like he's moving up. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of big things on the way, big things coming. He's already done a bunch of big things, man.
And it's cool to see like a juggalo like be that successful, like someone who's like in the crowd like us being successful in it. You see all this stuff that has come out of the world that ICP's created. You have successful podcasts like this and whatnot. You have your show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, it's good to have people that just like support the scene. You know what I mean? There's no ego, there's no like power balance, there's no anything like that. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
I don't know. That's something
I tell people that's why this podcast is like not like any other podcast, because I make my interviews laid back and chill with the guests. It's just like talking with a homie.
Yeah, we're just kicking it, man. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm getting grilled right now. I don't feel like, I'm on the spot or anything. We're just kicking it, which is cool. I like that vibe. It's chill. That's how it should be, I think. It's more natural, It's like, I feel like we're friends because we're hanging out versus like I'm on your program and you're like interviewing me. And it's like there's no weird barrier here.
Exactly. I tell people you just got to make your guests feel comfortable. If you pressure them with a question, it's going to make them feel weird.
Right. Yeah. And you've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing interviews longer than I have. And so you know how to do them. Dude, what was it like the first time you started the program?
Well, when I first started doing it, it was just me dropping news. But then I decided to add a segment to where I guess I'm like, you know what? Since I really love to promote people, I should start having guests on here. So now that's why I tell a lot of my guests, and I'll tell you, if you ever have anything new coming out, you're welcome to come on the show anytime to promote it.
Nice. What was it like the first time you interviewed someone? Were you like hella nervous about it? I know when I did one, I was like, and I even interviewing my own friends, it's like something like once that like red light goes on and it's like live, it's like some weird. There's like a weird feeling of, oh man, here we go, people are watching.
I
Yeah, what
was
was it like?
nervous, but once I did it, I felt comfortable. And my first interview was actually Fuego Flame's Misery's cousin, actually,
Okay.
because I
Sick.
know
How
a
long
lot of
ago
those
was that?
dudes at Spanish side.
How long ago was the first interview?
That was like 2017.
Okay, so you started interviewing shortly or kind of early on.
Yep, but I was doing my show a lot beforehand.
Right.
But my
Yeah.
first ever interview where I started having people on my show was like maybe 3 years ago.
Okay. Nice.
I have to go back and check.
Yeah. Yeah. You've done a lot. I went through your YouTube channel. You got lots of uploads, lots of subscribers. So yeah, a lot of good memories, I'm sure, dude.
Yeah, and I'm close to making moderator to where my stuff can get modernized and where I can make affiliate on Twitch, which is dope.
Hey, there you go. Oh, you're on Twitch too?
Yep, so we're live on Twitch too.
Oh, are we? Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice. Dude, I've thought about running my show on Twitch, but it's just like there's too many. I'm not like naturally on Twitch, so I don't really know how to like promote on there. So do you go on Twitch just like as a fan?
The program I use is StreamYard, so you can go live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Right. Yeah. No, I use the same thing. You can go live on Facebook too, I think.
Yep. So we're even live on Facebook.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I've thought about going live on Twitch too, but I just don't know anything about Twitch. Like I'm never on there as a fan watching anybody's stuff. So I was just like not sure, like, because every platform's a little different. Like people, the way you talk to people on Facebook's different than on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So, but yeah, that's cool that you're on Twitch, man. I know a lot of people make better money on there than YouTube, I think.
Yeah, my girlfriend makes pretty good money on there because she's on Twitch.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. What she do?
She mainly just games and whatnot, but I told her she should start interviewing people, interview game designers and shit. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I think something I learned from running my show is a lot of people are surprisingly down to show up and just like shoot the shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you create this platform, a professional, clean looking platform, somebody will take the opportunity to come on there, just talk, show their personality, and then they have nice professional content that they didn't have to make themselves, So, yeah, man. I don't know much about video games, but I'm sure if she started doing that, it would be great.
She also plays guitar too.
Oh, really? Do you play guitar? Any instruments? You make music?
Nope, I don't.
There you go. Well, dude, that's actually I actually like that because now it's like there's always and I know you through a bunch of my buddies, so I know you're chill, I know you're a cool guy. But sometimes, dude, I'm sure people like come to you and you feel kind of weird about them trying to. Oh no, we lost Don Chaos. Oh, there you are. Welcome back.
Phone calls.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever thought about making music?
When I was younger, I thought about it, but then I'm like, I thought about DJing or at least just playing drums.
Yeah. Do you look like an MC?
I mean, I used to breakdance a little bit when I was younger, but I can't so much now. If I were to try to now I'd probably break my neck.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I have that feeling too, man. Anytime I go to like a show, I don't get in the pit anymore, man. It's like
I do sometimes, but not like now. When I was younger, I used to go in the pit like crazy.
Yeah, dude, same. I used to like stage dive. I'd be crowd surfing, and yeah, man, it would take a lot to get me to come out of pit retirement, man. I think the last actual real pit, and we've talked about him so much already on the show, but me and Strife went to see ICP during when we lived in Seattle during the Great Malenko anniversary tour like 5-6 years ago, maybe. And
that was a good tour.
Dude, it really was. That was the first time I saw ICP live. and they're doing, it was the Great Malenko anniversary, so they're doing all those tracks from like when I, that I was listening to when I was a kid. And dude, I was like planning to stay in the back or just kind of stay to the side and just like watch. But as soon as that Fago started going, bro, I just like was like, all right, I'm fighting. I'm going all the way in, trying to fight to the front, man. And dude, yeah, that was a great experience. That was the last time though, I think, that I'm gonna like go that deep in the pit. Cause like, yeah, like you're saying, man, dude, I'm a little older now. If I break something, bro, I'm in trouble.
I'm always amazed last year at the gathering when I got on stage. I was able to hop the barricade, get on stage while holding my camera at the same time. Like, okay, this is either going to go over really well or really bad. And I still landed perfectly on my feet, holding my camera, and got on stage. So you can see like first person footage of me jumping the barricade and getting on stage.
Yo, that's awesome, man. Yeah, dude, I got to be a part of Fago Armageddon this year, which was dope.
And how was that dope? Playing like the gathering, was that your first gathering, or have you been to gatherings before?
Dude, that was my first gathering. And what's funny is this, dude, I bought a ticket this year just to go because I just had to go, and like you were saying, dude, sometimes it's in the past, I didn't have as much money, so it was like hard for me to like really plan that coming from like Seattle. It's like it's a pretty long flight, and then you got to find a either camping, hotel, and then the ticket or whatever. It's a big commitment. So I never really was able to before. But this year I bought a ticket. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna do it. And then like a couple months later, Rob called me up, said, "You want to play?" I said, "Hell yeah." So we ended up going anyway. But yeah, dude, that was my first gathering. Dude, it was a good run, man. First night we played Nightmare Stage. We had a good slot, like 1 a.m. A lot of people there, which was really cool. Second night, I was on main stage shooting video for Hex and Ouija. And then third night, yeah, somehow found myself shooting pictures for ICP, and then ended up on stage during Fago Armageddon. So it was just like each day was just like mind blowing to me, dude. I don't know if I can top that ever again, even if I'm there another year. Like, it's just like, dude, I feel like I did everything that I possibly could. Like everything just happened, worked out for me. So yeah, that's like core memory shit for sure, man.
Yeah, and it was even cool, like, to see like my homies like Wicked Wood gets their dudes. Like I watched those dudes like grow. Like when I first interviewed them, like, watch, after this interview, you guys are going to blow up. And I was right. And they've played little stages at the gathering, like parking lots. They played second stages at the gathering. They played third stages. And then this year, all that hard work paid off and they got to play main stage this year.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, what was cool about it for me was I got to meet a lot of the dudes that I know online in real life. It's like, say it's a big family reunion. It really was like all the Swamp Rat guys. Yeah, we were talking about Devereaux earlier. That was the first time I met him in real life. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was really cool to like see everyone from like different parts of the country, at least in like my circle, my crew, all just like there at the same time, just being a part of this thing. A lot of them were like extras for Ouija's set. He had like dudes in masks and stuff. Those were all our buddies.
Yeah, Ouija's set is just phenomenal. Like you see him live at a concert, it's phenomenal. And then when he plays the gathering, whew.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was really cool to see him up there, man. Because I've seen him out in LA. I've seen him. They don't have like huge stages like that regularly. So to see him up there for a whole hour, just kill it, bro. Main stage headliner was wild, bro.
Like last year when he played the gathering, he actually came on stage in a car. It was dope.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you've made it when you're a juggalo and you're driving your car on stage or driving a car that someone lets you borrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, not anyone can do that. They don't let you just drive whatever. Yeah, that's tight, man. Well, hopefully you're at the next one. I'm planning to be there.
Definitely. I have plans to try to get like shows going down here in Florida because like the Florida scene down here, there's been a lot of really good artists coming out of Florida here. Darby's from here.
Yeah, Darby. Yeah, man. Are there a lot of shows that you go to out there in Florida?
Surprisingly, there hasn't been a lot of shows. Like I heard there is a Juggalo underground scene in Florida, but for some reason, I think because a lot of the promoters don't have their shit together. Like people told me from like 99 to like 2000 is when the Juggalo scene down here, like locally, was lit. I mean, there's still Juggalos down here. It's just the music scene is getting a little, I don't know, but that's why I'm trying to fix that. I'm going to try hosting events down here. So if I can do that, I would like your band to actually perform. Like every year, we're going to do like donate to like some sort of charity, and the event I'm going to put out is called Karma Fest.
Ah, that'd be sick, dude. Dude, I'd love to make it out to Florida, man. It's been a minute since I've been that deep. Yeah, dude, I don't know. That'd be cool if you're the catalyst to that, because I feel like every scene or every city needs like a guy that's like driving it. You know what I mean? And if they don't have one right now, it's like you're already tapped in. You're good to go. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome.
I think it could work out pretty good.
Yeah. You ever been to LA?
I've been to like the LA area, but not. The last time I was in Cali was '96, so it's been a while.
Okay. A long time ago.
Yeah, so it's probably a lot different now.
Yo, Frankie Goldie in the comments. Yo, shout out everybody in the comments. Anime
yes,
waifu,
I do smoke weed.
Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everyone was baffled last year when they saw I smoke weed. They're like, Don smokes weed? I'm like, yes, I do.
Whoa. Crazy. I don't, surprisingly.
And that's all I'll do is smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore because I've been clean from cigarettes for almost 10 years.
Nice, man. Dude, that's hard to quit. It is. Yeah, those are bad for you.
It is, but I was able to do it.
Nice, man. Yeah. Well, good for you, dude.
Yeah, I don't have the occasional drink every now and then.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't smoke anything, but I'll have a beer every now and then. Not really. It's one of those things where like I don't really like the taste of alcohol at all. But if I'm at a party and it's like time to turn up, like and get crazy, it's like I like being drunk. So for that reason, like I'll drink alcohol, but I don't drink beer for like at dinner or like casually at a party or anything like that. I'd rather have like a Pepsi.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how I am. Like, and I'm very picky when it comes to beer.
Really?
I like that hard shit, like tequila, whiskey. I like Crown Royal.
Hard alcohol. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like the taste of it. I like the effects of it. Dude, tequila will kill me, man. Somebody bought me. They like wanted to buy me like a couple shots, and it just like. Dude, I was immediately trashed. I'm also Asian. Believe it or not, I'm half Japanese. So my tolerance for alcohol is really low. So I get drunk really fast. So yeah, that's wild, man, that you can drink hard alcohol like that.
And it doesn't really faze me at all. It takes like a little bit for it to kick in. But I try not to get like stupid drunk because I've seen what alcohol does to people in my family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself. Yeah, that's why it has to be at a party in good company, if I'm really.
And luckily, when I'm drunk, I'm a happy, chill drunk. I'm not like those people that make an idiot or they're angry. I'm just chill.
There you go, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't I think the worst I do is just talk a lot. But I don't get mad. I don't really get sad or anything like that from drinking. So
yeah, but if there's music playing in the background, then it's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Shout out Strife in the comments. What's it like being 666 champion, dude? It feels good. It feels good, man.
Yeah, those custom belts are so dope.
Dude, thank you. Dude, it's one of those things, man. And I'll give you a little history on it. I had the option. I gave myself the option. I could have done whatever I wanted. But I figured I could buy jewelry, I could buy a grill, or I could buy a title and make this thing the most prestigious thing in the scene. So that's my mission right now, dude. Just trying to get this in front of everybody. Feels good, dude. Feels good. I feel like people are starting to recognize it lately. You recognize the title, which was sick in your intro. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a photo shoot with that.
Yeah, bro. I take it everywhere. So if I run into you in real life, bro, I'll take a picture with you wearing it.
Yes, I do drink dark liquor.
Dude, shout out Frankie too, man. I met him in real life recently, which was cool. He pulled up to see us in Vegas.
Mad chill, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, one of those homies from the internet that you don't always get to see in real life. So that was cool. Spend the
And
day
that's
with.
one thing you'll notice about when you go to the gathering is when you see
Right.
like people that you know online or that you see once a year, and then when you do see them, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah. Me and Frankie went to IHOP or Denny's or one of those kind of places. It's pretty good. Dude, that was the worst experience of my life though, paying for that thing. Dude, we pulled up with like, I mean, we did pull up with like 20 different people, but usually, and I'm sure you know this, when you check out, they can split the bill so you can just pay for your own thing, But for some reason, dude, the lady that served us and the manager couldn't figure it out, so they were just like on a real calculator, like trying to get everyone to like do their own math on what we owe, and we were standing there for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes maybe, trying to get everything paid for, which in the grand scheme of things, first world problems, but just a story because we saw because that's when I was hanging out with Frankie. Yost, I got a question for you on behalf of Strife. Yeah, dude, I don't know anything about this. You called him? He called you on the last day?
Yep, he called me. He's like, "Bro, we miss you. We wish you were here." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because we didn't meet at the gathering. I thought maybe I just missed you every day, but yeah, if you weren't there, you weren't there.
Nah.
Yeah, we had the pie 17 times.
Damn right. Yeah, Frankie's
The
a
waitress
mad
accused
chill,
me of
humble dude.
the waitress accused me of ordering water instead of lemonade. I was like, "No, I got lemonade, dude. I promise you, I got lemonade." It's like, "You didn't say that." It's like, "Well, I did, but also I'm saying it now."
And was that your first time, like, ever being, like, in Ohio when you played the gathering?
I've been through Ohio a bunch of times before, in previous bands, and sometimes I'll tour just as a video person. So I've been to pretty much every state except for Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii are the three that I haven't been to.
Hawaii is gorgeous. I haven't been there since
really?
'95, but Hawaii
yeah.
is beautiful.
Dude, I want to go out there. It's not too far away I'm already on the West Coast, and yeah, I was talking to another buddy of mine, dude. Maine, I don't know if I'll ever make it out to Maine because there's like no tour that ever stops there. So, and that's like 95% of the traveling I do. So, Maine, I might not make it to. Alaska, I don't know enough about. I know they got a lot of fishing up there, but dude, Hawaii, man. Yeah, I got to go. I really got to get to Hawaii, man.
And what is probably one of your favorite cities that you've actually toured? Like, what's always one of your favorite cities, like, to visit, if you had to pick?
Yeah.
And which one has the best food, in your opinion?
The best food? That's a good question. Best scenery? I like Nashville, and me and Maisie were nerding out about it. But dude, I really like Nashville, dude. It's not somewhere I necessarily fit in, but and it's very touristy, actual Nashville, downtown Nashville, like every big city is. But dude, they got so much live music there at every bar. It's like downtown, it's just like bars everywhere, and each one has a super lit like country cover band. Everyone there is beautiful. I don't know, it's kind of like LA, where a bunch of people like who want to be models or musicians move, but Nashville is just like straight more like country. So you get a lot of those people that are also trying to be entertainers moving out there, and so everybody's just like, built to be on camera, super talented, entertainment everywhere. I think living there might be a little much, but anytime I have a chance to visit, dude, I'll take it, bro. Nashville, dude, you should hit it up, man. You should make it out there if you ever have a chance.
Oh yeah, I have a homie that lives somewhere in Tennessee, and where they live in Tennessee from where I live in Florida, it's only 12-hour drive.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Florida's not too far from Tennessee because there's Florida, then Georgia, and then Tennessee's right above there.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, over there on the East Coast, man, I forget how small some of the states are, so you can make those drives. It's a lot easier than out here.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like it down here in Florida because the humidity, but I can actually tolerate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I went through Florida, I had a fun time, but the weather was maybe the worst weather I've ever seen in my life, bro. It was humid and raining like crazy. It's like the two worst things combined. I forget what part of Florida I was in, but that kind of left a poor taste in my mouth. But since then, I've been there a couple times, and it wasn't so bad. So I feel you, bro. Dude, Miami is cool.
That's what
been to
I've heard.
Miami. Yeah, yeah.
I've been to Daytona. Daytona's really nice.
Okay. I've been to I don't know, Jackson or Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, everyone who's a local will tell you Jacksonville is a good place to visit, but not a good place to live. They say it's very shitty there.
Oh yeah, definitely is. That's funny. Yeah,
And that's even what locals tell
general.
me. They say visit
Yeah.
Jacksonville, but don't live there.
Yeah. Well, how far away is that from you?
I don't know, because like where I'm at, I'm like in the Tampa area, but I'm like considered.
Okay, Tampa.
I'm considered like in Central Florida, or as they call it, the Heartland, basically.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I never know where any cities are on a map. Like, I don't really look at a map. I just know like how many hours something is from another thing. So.
But yeah, the city I live in, it's like almost dead center between Orlando and Tampa, which is nice.
Okay. Okay. Very sick, dude. Dude, I went to a Golden Corral in Orlando. You ever been to one of those?
Oh, I love Golden Corral.
Yeah, dude. They didn't have any. They had a couple in Seattle, and they all shut down. Not a Seattle vibe, but dude, yeah. I know I've seen them kind of around here. I've been in LA for less than a year, so I'm still figuring things out. But dude, every time I see a Golden Corral, bro, I like gotta hit it, man. Dude, that shit's lit. I was kind of scared of buffets for a while during COVID because I started thinking about people sneezing and like, disease flying around or whatever, and getting in the chocolate fountain and shit. But yeah, I'm over that now. I had COVID, I was fine. I'll do it again for the Golden Corral, bro.
Oh, there's a good like buffet down here. If you're ever like in Florida, I have to take it to you.
Huh?
It's called Fred's, and it's all Southern food, and it's like a country buffet. Like they have an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, like during breakfast, so you can get all the biscuits and gravy you want, all the grits you want,
Yo, yeah,
all the
let's do it.
French toast you can eat.
Dude, you'd be surprised how much I could eat, bro. I'll throw down, man.
I'm the same way. Like I'll eat so much and I don't gain anything. People go, "How do you do that?" Like I'll eat a whole tub of ice cream and people be like, "How can you do that?" I'm like,
yeah, dude. Yeah, the older I get, the more I got to be conscious of it. But I should be way more unhealthy looking based on my diet, bro.
same here, but I like have so much energy and I take care of myself. Like I'm 32 and people still are baffled. They're like, "You are not 32. I could have swore you were in your 20s." I'm like, "Yeah, I get that."
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I kind of got tipped off by your Instagram handle because it got your birth year in it. So I figured, oh shit, older than he looks.
Yep, I guess you could say aging like a fine wine, good genes. Because when my grandpa passed away a few years ago, he was 93 and he didn't even look his age.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good run, 93. Good, yeah. Well, that's good for you for being on camera, man, looking young all the time. Because I mean, you'll probably stay that way for a while then, when you're 40.
Oh yeah, 30, and I like take care of myself. Like I see a lot of people that used to like look down on me when I was younger in school, and I see those people how they look now. I'm like, wow, amazing how the tides turn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't really keep in contact with a lot of people I went to school with back in the day or people that I grew up with, really. But yeah, man, every now and then they like make it onto my Facebook suggested or whatever, and I think, God damn, dude, it's not been working out for everybody. But you and me, we got it. We're good to go.
And here's another cool question that we ask: if you could pick, what are your top 5 like favorite wrestlers of all time?
Oh, top 5? Okay, I don't know who my favorite wrestler is, but I could name 5.
And it could be current and past in that same category.
Okay. Oh man, dude, Sting. Sting is
yeah.
definitely there. Because I grew up watching him. The funny thing is I like Sting. You know what? I do know who my favorite wrestler is, dude. It's Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
NWO Hulk Hogan. Red and yellow Hogan's cool, but Hollywood, bro, that was my shit, dude. That was my shit. You can tell with my band, a lot of it's wrestling influenced. I'm the only guy that watches wrestling. So if you ever pick out anything, it's probably me being like, oh, yeah, I saw Hollywood Hulk Hogan do something somewhere. Let's do that. Dude, yeah, him, Sting. Dude, I was a big Jeff Hardy fan. We were just talking about like WrestleMania 17 era stuff. So like the TLC matches were crazy, and he was always the guy, climbing the tallest thing. What's that? 3? Yeah. Who else? Whoop whoop. Daymoon.
My top one would probably be, it's always hard, but I would always say it's either Sting or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Dude, Stone Cold, yeah. I mean, he was a top guy when I was a kid. Yeah, I feel like, dude, there's guys. What's funny is there's like wrestlers that I like didn't care about when I was a kid, but like now looking back, it's like I like them a lot more. Dude, I like Scott Hall. You were talking about Razor Ramon, but like, yeah, NW or WCW. He was already in WCW by the time I started watching wrestling. But Scott Hall is sick. And I don't know. I recently got a dude. I don't know. I like Buff Bagwell.
He is really good.
Yeah, back in the day, I wasn't paying too much attention, but now when I like see clips of him just being like an asshole on WCW, just being, you know what I mean? I just get so hyped.
Yeah, you like look at those wrestlers that could have been world champion and then they weren't. It's like, damn.
Dude, he looked like $1 million, man. Yeah. I don't know. Now I'm going past 5. Dude, Scott Steiner is sick. I think for me, a lot of the guys that I grew up on are my favorite dudes, and there's a lot of great wrestlers out right now. But like we were saying with like music and stuff, I think the stuff I grew up on just always has like a little bit of an edge, just because I was a kid. You know what I meant?
Oh
meant
yeah, that's how I
am.
Like I'll still listen to new music, but I'll also listen to what I grew up on.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, dude.
Like I'll still like watch shows that came out when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of shows were you watching back then outside of wrestling?
I watched, of course, like Beavis and Butthead. I was part of that generation. I was that generation that grew up on the original South Park.
Yeah, dude. Did you ever watch Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
I used to watch
that.
Jackass.
Yeah. Do all that MTV stuff.
Yeah. MTV was good when it had a few shows and then the rest was music.
Yeah.
And then when it just got in that weird ass reality show shit, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Dude, have you seen I don't have whatever the streaming platform it's on, but have you seen the new Beavis and Butthead movie or no?
No, but I heard it's really funny.
I did. Yeah, I heard it's good too. Because I know they brought it back or tried to bring it back a couple times, and it was kind of like, okay. Same with Celebrity Deathmatch came back for a while, and I like didn't pay attention. But I have been hearing the new Beavis and Butthead is sick, so I'm trying to see that.
You might remember this when MTV or it was VH1 who had their own wrestling company called Wrestling Society X.
Dude, yeah, bro. Dude, that was lit. Dude,
I used to watch that shit. Vampiro was on there.
Yeah, dude, I met Vampiro at the Gathering this year, bro. That was a big deal for me. He was dude, I was a fanboy. He was like kind of chilling, like eating something, and I was like, all right, I can pretend like I didn't see him, or I can just be like, hey man, I'm a fan. So I went up, I was like, hey, you're Vampiro, big fan, and then I left. But yeah, man, yeah, dude, Wrestling Society X, dude, that shit was lit because they had dude, a lot of those guys ended up doing like WWE. Dude, Seth Rollins is on there. He was on there. Dude, Teddy Hart was cool. Yeah, Vampiro X-Pac was in there. Dude, I like the explosion. Dude, it was like super wacky because they had people blowing up and stuff. But dude, yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, yo, this is the new shit. This is the new company. I gotta watch all of this. But they only did one season. which kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
I can tell it was really heavily influenced by Japanese deathmatch style wrestling.
Yeah, man. Explosions everywhere. The coffin explosion match or whatever. Yeah.
And who are your top 5 wrestling tag teams?
Top 5 tag teams, dude. Hardy Boys for sure. Oh man. Tag teams. Dudley Boys.
Hell yeah.
Edge and Christian were okay. I wouldn't put them in my top 5.
Yeah, I think once they both went solo, they were like really good.
Yeah. No, they were a team that broke up that actually like worked. Tag teams. That's a good question. Dude, when I was a kid, I liked Alex Wright and Disco Inferno.
Oh
The
yeah.
two dancing guys. They put them together. That was tight. Yeah, that's a good question. New Age Outlaws, pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'd put the Outsiders in there, Hall and Nash, just because I really like Scott Hall. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I do like tag team wrestling. I feel like tag team wrestling right now is really sick. I like.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Oh,
And
you
even
know what?
even
No,
women's wrestling has been getting
yeah.
really lit.
Dude, I was gonna say, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I should think about newer ones. Yeah, Young Bucks are definitely top 5 for me. FTR or the Revival, they're definitely up there for me. Yeah, I don't know, dude. When I first, Young Bucks for sure. But yeah, what about you?
For me, it would be the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, probably too, and then of course the Road Warriors.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I did love the Nasty Boys back in the day.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And now something similar to teams, but now we're gonna go with stables. What are some of your top wrestling stables, like groups where there was more than one person?
Dude, NWO for me. I think NWO is cool. Was cooler than DX to me personally.
Yeah, I love NWO. For me, it would be NWO. It's a toss between NWO and yes, the Four Horsemen.
Oh, the Four Horsemen, yeah. Dude, the Horsemen when I was like growing up weren't really that lit. It was kind of, it was like past their heyday, and they had like the newer Horsemen guys like Benoit.
Yeah,
and,
that's the one I remember. But I go back
Yeah.
and watch old Horsemen footage, and that's the footage I love.
Bro, yeah, like NWA or like AWA shit where, dude, the promos that Flair and Arn, I mean, all those guys were cutting back then was just like mind-blowing. So yeah, the Horsemen back then. Yeah, the real Horsemen. Yeah, no, they're sick. Dude, I almost went out to Ric Flair's retirement match.
Oh, you should.
I'm sure you saw a bunch about that. Yeah, Nashville, I think.
Yeah, I've been like watching a lot of footage. It looked like he was still putting on a good match for his age.
Oh yeah, I mean he's super old and it's his last match for a reason. But it's one of those things where it's like, maybe it's worth flying out to see it. I know I got some buddies that flew out to be there, and that was something I was strongly considering because, dude, I love Ric Flair. That was another guy that like growing up, I didn't care too much about him because he wasn't as flashy looking as like some of the other characters.
And you watch that old footage of him and you're like, damn.
Dude, yeah, man. Dude, I just love, dude, it's so funny because it's so out of control with his promos, but it's just like knowing that he's just like right off, like just off the dome, just talking mad shit and just going crazy. And
well, that was cool because back in the days, a lot of the wrestlers, how they were perceived on TV, they were kind of like that in real life.
Right, yeah. They're just kind of, they could do a little more of what they wanted to do, not as scripted and stuff. But yeah, dude, I got mad respect for Ric Flair, bro. Dude, I could watch his promos all day, man. I'll probably watch more of his promos than I watch his matches.
Oh yeah, like his matches from the 80s and early 90s were really, really good.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite current matches that he did like years ago was that infamous like steel cage match he did with Triple H where they were just bleeding like crazy.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember, I think it was around that time, Edge versus Ric Flair in like a fucking TLC match?
Yes, I was like, Jesus, Flair, holy shit.
Yeah, he took like a superplex off the ladder, bro, and he was old as shit back then, too.
And he was going through freaking actual wooden tables.
Yeah, tables. Yeah, got frog splashed through. Yeah, dude. And that was on Raw. That wasn't even a pay-per-view, dude. That was just on Raw, which was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
Well,
good
that
era.
was when they were trying to have him be like a 17-time world champion.
Yeah. Dude, that was a good era of wrestling. I really like obviously Attitude Era stuff, but then also like mid 2000s is lit. Yeah, so like that era, like when Cena was like starting to like blow up, and they had like the new ECW thing. Like I even liked that back then.
Oh yeah, CM Punk is another one of my top wrestlers.
Yeah, that's where Punk came from. Yeah, that's where he got integrated into WWE world.
Yeah, one of my favorite indie wrestling companies is Ring of Honor, but they've been getting pretty big.
Yeah, dude, Ring of Honor I used to like get clips of on YouTube. I wasn't super familiar when I was growing up, but I'd get clips of like I liked Raven in WCW. So then, after I guess he came over to WWF for a little bit, but after that he was like on the indie scene. And then I remember I got like one of those PWI magazines, because all I knew was like WWF and WCW, which didn't exist anymore. And then I was seeing like pictures of like the independent, like Ring of Honor, or like whatever Japanese companies, New Japan or whatever. And I'm seeing like these dudes that aren't on WWF that I remember was like, yo, Saturn is like feuding with Raven, and like all this stuff that wasn't on TV. And yeah, I remember thinking like, what is this? And then that's when I had to like go on YouTube and see if I could find like someone that like ripped a DVD and put it on there. So yeah, Ring of Honor was cool. I wasn't super familiar with it until like a lot later, until it was like the El Generico and like Kevin Steen type shit.
Yeah, and then when you watch TNA, you can be like, oh, some of those are Ring of Honor guys.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much like the whole TNA roster. Yeah. Dude, TNA was sick. When it first came to Spike, dude, I was super hyped on that.
Oh yeah, like if I was living in Florida back in the day, you can guarantee I would have been going to shows back in the day, like when they had their 6-sided ring and shit.
Yeah, I was bummed when they took that away, bro,
because that was something unique.
That was the cool part of it, man. Yeah, and they had dude, I really like the Ultimate X. Dude, the X division was fucking sick, bro. Dude, I used to watch. Dude, I was so hyped on, because that was like a whole new world to me. Because like, yeah, I was finding clips of Ring of Honor and stuff on YouTube, but then like that was on TV, and that was the first time I'm seeing like Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, Chris Daniels, all these guys in the X division just like tear it up.
And then Samoa Joe doing the shit he did for his size.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Joe versus Styles versus Daniels. Yes. That was. Dude, yeah, the couple times.
That's still considered one of the best TNA matches of all time, apparently.
Yeah. Dude, Jay Lethal, Triple X, which was who else was in that? Simon Diamond, Daniels, and Elix Skipper.
Yeah, Jay Lethal's very entertaining. Like one of the best things that he did is when he had that woo off with Ric Flair. So funny. Yeah, he's like imitating Ric Flair, and he's like doing it perfectly.
Yeah, and that was sick that Jay Lethal was in that final retirement match too.
Well, I think that was really cool for him, because he is like a very big Ric Flair mark too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And now we'll probably go into. I'll go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I love chopping it up about wrestling, so I could go all day. But yeah, we can move on to whatever you got.
Let's see. What are your top, like albums of like all time? Like if you had to you can do like any genre, or you could just do top 5 like of different genres.
Oh man, top albums. Dude, the Winger self-titled album is lit. We were talking about hair metal earlier. Dude, I can always go back and listen to that. Top albums, man. That's a good question. I don't really listen to full albums anymore, I don't think. I just listen to honestly, I mostly listen to podcasts now. Growing up, I guess, Michael Jackson's album, Blood on the Dance Floor, is sick. It's like a 2000s album, so it's like kind of slept on, but it has Morphine, which is a lit track. I think it might be his heaviest one instrumentally. The song Blood on the Dance Floor is sick. Let's see. Man. Oh, yeah, growing up too. So I was a big Marilyn Manson fan growing up. I really like the album Mechanical Animals.
Yes.
I know that Antichrist Superstar is like his thing, but Mechanical Animals is lit. That one and Hollywood, I guess. Those two I thought were fucking sick. How many albums is that?
I think that's four. 3 or 4.
Fifth album. Good question. Dude, Megadeth. Euthanasia. I like that album.
That's a good one. I love Megadeth.
Bro, same. Dude, I like dude, Rust in Peace is lit too, but for some reason Euthanasia, and it's not like as crazy technical, but it's just catchy. And I just like really appreciate that. I don't know how successful it is, but it's the one that has like a Tout Le Monde on it. Killing Road. Yeah, dude, that album rips, bro. Highly recommend anybody out there.
Yeah, and besides like Sabbath, one of my other favorite British heavy metal bands of all time is Iron Maiden.
Okay, yeah. Dude,
so that's actually one of my top albums of all time is Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast.
Oh, Number of the Beast. Yeah.
Classic.
I like is Aces High on Power Slave?
I believe so. It's been a while since I heard that.
Yeah. Dude, Aces High, I think, is my favorite Maiden song. I think it's on Power Slave. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Maiden, I heard, is one of those bands that you like got to see live. That their live show is just phenomenal.
Dude, yeah, I've never seen them live. I remember they came to town. I forget what album it was, but it was I was in high school, so it would have been like 2011-ish, whatever tour that was, and it was them. I want to say like Coheed and Cambria was opening. I'm not too crazy on them, but yeah, I remember I had no money and I was so bummed. It was after that Flight 666 documentary came out. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So it was around whatever time that was. But yeah, Maiden's cool, man. I used to do Maiden covers with my high school band. We learned how to play the Trooper, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking earlier that my girl knows how to play guitar. She knows how to play like a lot of Nirvana songs, which is cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nirvana, I think I only kind of know the hits, but
yeah, I think a lot of people do. But
yeah,
Kurt Cobain, that dude was a genius.
Yeah, it's another Seattle guy where I'm from. A lot of Nirvana up there. Yeah, a lot of grunge. If you're into that, bro. If you like that kind of stuff, or if she likes that kind of stuff, man, you should. If you go to Seattle, bro, I'll tell you where to hit up, man. You can hit all the spots.
My girlfriend actually grew up in California.
Oh, really?
She grew up in the valley and stuff and whatnot.
Oh, did you meet her in Colorado or Florida?
Florida.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Very sick.
So we're both basically from the West Coast, basically.
Yeah.
And of course, since she grew up in Cali, she grew up on a lot of like West Coast hip hop and shit.
Okay, bro. Dude, I like the West Coast like G-Funk sound. Dude, honestly, a lot of the hip hop I like is like East Coast stuff. I like
I like just hip hop in general, but of course I'm gonna love West Coast because I grew up on that part of the country.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I like all East Coast guys. Dude, I like stuff like Big L or like Big Pun. Stuff like that. I don't know. I really liked just like boom bap type stuff. I don't know if you've listened to Griselda at all. They're like newer.
Oh, those dudes are dope. I've been saying they need to get those dudes at the Gathering.
Dude, yeah, dude, that's been my shit lately, dude. And it takes a
that
lot.
reminds you of like 90s early gritty East Coast hip hop.
Yeah, it's like dark and slow and brooding, and like all those guys have bars, bro. Yeah, dude, that's because like I said earlier, man, I listen to mostly podcasts now, so it like takes a lot to get me to really listen to a record. And but yeah, I've been putting on Griselda and all those guys like solo projects lately. So yeah, in the world of hip hop, that's kind of what's up right now for me. I don't know. What have you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to a lot of that Stale Wind.
Oh yeah.
There's an album that King ISO dropped at the beginning of this year called Get Well Soon, which is a really good album. There's just been a lot of good music coming out this year.
That's sick. Is King
Been
ISO
listening
on
to
stream?
that new Darby album, been listening to that new Cody Manson album.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, actually, dude, something I do like to do is listen to my own friends' stuff. I don't know. It's like I feel like this sounds whack, but like I feel like I've listened to so much music that I'm kind of like I've kind of gotten bored a lot of the time. So like when it's a homie that drops something, there's like an extra connection to it. So like yeah, you'll catch me listening to like Darby's record, anything Strife puts out, and a bunch of other homies in other genres. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I should put those guys on, dude. Because I know they got some other shit on the way because they recorded, or Strife recorded a lot with Maisie. Like we were talking earlier, she does like a lot of production. So I've been waiting on that to drop, dude. Maisie's waiting on that to drop. Shout out Strife. I don't know if he's here or not, but dude, that shit's gonna be, dude. That's the craziest shit, like on the way right now that I know of. So,
and what are your top 5 podcasts? Since you said you listen to a lot of podcasts.
Dude, I like Sword and Scale, which is like a true crime thing. Basically, they just like they somehow have like police calls and like in interrogation audio and stuff, and they like explain, like they walk through crimes, and it's just like a true crime thing. I like Eric Bischoff's podcast, 83 Weeks.
Yes.
I don't know if you listen to wrestling podcasts, but
I do.
Yeah, dude, I love that one. Honestly, anything Conrad does. So like I like the Eric Bischoff one. I like listen to Kurt Angle's podcast sometimes. I like Gary V. He gets a lot of shit, but I like Gary V for like just motivational stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of true crime and wrestling, I think. Darknet
That's
Diary.
how I am too. It's true crime, wrestling, history related.
Yeah, dude. Darknet Diaries is cool. It's kind of like basically the dude interviews people who, it's more like it is crime, I guess, but it's like cyber crime specifically. So it's like hackers and like how people like are stealing money from like people's crypto stuff and like things like that more than like murder. But yeah, true crime, wrestling. I like comedy podcasts.
Same, and then I'll watch the occasional like nerd related podcasts.
Okay. Yeah. Do you play video games?
I do. I don't game as much as I used to, but I do game. But I'm probably gonna on my Twitch start getting into like gaming again. But I'll probably my forte is gonna be like retro gaming, like games I grew up on.
Yeah.
And because I'll like share stories as I'm playing the game, like memories I have playing the game, which would make it cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that would be a good throwback for people like me that like remember only kind of those games, because I don't game anymore either.
So, well, then you'll like if I start live streaming a lot of the old WWE, WWF games.
Right, dude. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all the old stuff is what I relate to and I can connect to. So
like WCW, NWO Revenge on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, man, dude. I used to I remember No Mercy was probably the wrestling game I played the most, but also WCW NWO World Tour. I mean, I used to have all of them, dude. Backstage Assault, WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, I think the last console that I had was an Xbox 360. So video games after that generation, I don't really have too much experience with.
Well, and games a lot these days are very rough because you got to download the game now before you can play. It's not like the PlayStation or Nintendo where all you had to do was put the game in and play.
Right. Yeah. And even with like N64 games, or like Game Boy games, it's like I could get an emulator now, just like rip it to my computer and just like play that stuff, which I do every now and then. I don't know. I don't play too many video games anymore, but every now and then I'll see one. I'm like, man, I wish I could play this, but I don't have a console, and I don't want to buy a console just to play this one game. Dude, I've seen dope stuff on the Switch, Nintendo Switch. I don't have one, so I can't play any of it. But yeah,
Oh
dude, growing
yeah,
up, I
I'll
used to,
still
like,
play Mario. You're never too old to
yeah,
play any Mario game.
there you go. Yeah, dude, I used to like Tekken, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So
I
I
was
was
really big into. That's one of my favorite things is fighting games like Tekken,
right.
of course, Mortal Kombat.
Dead or Alive.
Yep. And that's one
Yeah,
thing I always loved about Tekken is the storyline in the game.
right, dude. Yeah, I remember I had Tekken 4 on PS2, but that's why I got hyped because, and I guess it's not a new game anymore, but on the Switch they have Pokken, which is like Pokemon Tekken.
Yeah,
And
I've
it's like,
watched footage for that. It looks like fun.
yeah, dude, it looks lit, but it's like I can't justify buying a whole console just for that one game. But if anybody out there has it, let me play.
And then who is like someone in the music industry that you guys haven't worked with that you would love to work with?
In the industry, I mean, we kind of keep it with homies. I mean, I guess I work with a lot of guys on the music video side of things. But I mean, as far as working with musically, dude, I want to shoot. Or okay, well, I'll do this. I'll tell you who I want to shoot in the industry video wise, and then who my band would probably want to do. But video wise, I did get Violent J, but I want to shoot an ICP video. That's on my list. I want to shoot Winger just because they're my favorite band, and I think I could do a good job. I want to shoot. There's a band called Escape the Fate, which were something I used to listen to a lot when I was a kid. So it'd be just like a bucket list thing. Yeah, I think those are probably the top 3 that I'm gonna try to make happen. Will they all happen? We'll see. But musically, I don't know. I'd like us to collab with our friends, really. Like I don't want to, and whether we, obviously some of our friends are worth money. We can give them money, but I don't want to like be. I'm not really into like going online and like just like cold calling someone and trying to like cloud up off of some guy that just like it isn't a homie in real life. You know what I mean? But I don't know any of the homies. Fucking, Hex, Ouija, Strife, Darby. Probably a bunch of people I'm not even thinking of.
Yeah, we have a lot of the same people in the same circle.
Yeah. I mean, that's just on the front of my mind because of this show right now. But yeah, I don't know. Like if I don't know him in real life, dude, I'm probably not gonna collab. Our band probably won't collab with them. Yeah, I don't know. Who do you want to see us collab with?
I could definitely see you guys doing a track again with Ouija, like with live instruments and shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like it's a little different collabing with us because we're like a live band, which would be good or bad depending on what people want to do. But I don't know.
But yeah, if you guys are ever in Florida, just let me know and I'll definitely show up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If you're ever in LA, let me know. Come kick it. Show you around town. Yeah, you crash at our place even. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. Well, that's I think all the questions we have. Like, do you want to give any shout outs? And of course, can your boy in Carnival Spirits get a shout out?
Yeah, dude. Shout out. You're gonna record this for later. Shout out Dawn Chaos. Shout out the Hours of Chaos. Shout out Carnival Spirits. I am King Zabb, your 666 champion, and I approve of this podcast. Outside of that, shout out to the homies. Yeah, I don't know. All the Swamp Boys, all fucking Chapter 17 boys. Yeah, I don't know. I guess check out my show. We'll see who we got on there. New music on the way from our band. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be around. I try to be around as much as possible. So hopefully whatever I'm doing gets to the people anyway. But dude, thank you for having me on the show, man. This is cool.
Oh yeah, like I said, you're always welcome on the show. We can collab more. If you ever maybe want me to be on your show sometime, just let me know.
Dude, yeah. This is a nice operation you're running, man. Very chill. I don't feel stressed. I don't feel weird, having to talk to you. I'm sure, I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes on my show, it's like, I'll know like 10 minutes in, like, oh man, this is going to be weird. How am I going to stretch this out for an hour? But I don't feel like that with you. It's fucking chill. So thanks for being cool, man.
Oh yeah, and like I said, you guys are always welcome on the show to promote. Of course, make sure you guys check out all the links for King Zabb down in the description.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for having me, bro.
Hell yeah, and keep up the great work on your show and with your music, man. And again, always welcome on the show to come on when you want to promote stuff.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'm gonna log out, but everybody keep supporting the Hours of Chaos. Support Don Chaos. He's doing good stuff. Yeah, and I'm hyped to see who else you get on the show because I'm gonna keep tuning in, bro. You'll catch me in the comments, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. Later, bro.
Hell yeah. I'll see you, dog.
Later.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was King Zabb, y'all. Of ScyTheGang666. Yeah. This was a very good episode, y'all. Again, there are links down to King Zabb's socials. And yeah, make sure you go link down to his YouTube as well as his socials and the web store. Go pick yourself up some ScyTheGang666 swag drip. Go get yourself some Don Chaos drip as well down below. Again, if you guys do pick up some Don Chaos drip, just send me a picture and I will make a video slideshow for it. Let's see, do we have any more topics lined up? I think that is it. Definitely make sure you guys check out the Zabb show on YouTube. He has very dope guests on his show as well. His show is actually one of my favorite shows and podcasts out there as well. So make sure you guys definitely check it out. And yeah, you guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, chat, let them hear it. Later, y'all. And tune in next week because who knows who our guest is going to be next week. But you guys know, going strong, 5 years. And yeah. Deuces, y'all. Peace. Don Chaos out.